That's right, we have a good one for you today. We have Citibank in the red corner and Chase in the blue corner. We're gonna see which one has the better cashback credit card. If you're ready, let's go. Welcome back to Tito's Financial Corner, where we talk about credit cards, points and miles, as well as travel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Citi's Custom Cash Card versus Chase Freedom Flex Card. We're going to go over 6 rigorous rounds to declare a winner, and I promise you, by the end of this video, we'll have a definitive winner between these two cards. Now, recently we covered the top 5 cashback credit cards that you can check out right here. Both of these credit cards made the list, but we need to find out which one is the best option, and more importantly, which one would be a better option for you. Let's start with the welcome bonus that both of these credit cards have to offer. Starting with the Chase Freedom Flex Card, you would get $200 back after spending $500 in the first 3 months. As of this recording, Chase is also offering 5% back on groceries for the first year, or up to $12,000 worth of spend when you open a new Chase Freedom Flex Card. With the Citi Custom Cash Card, you would get $200 back after spending $1,500 in the first 6 months that you have this credit card. While the Custom Cash Card does offer you a longer time period to make that minimum spending requirement, it is much higher than the Chase Freedom Flex Card, which would be only $500 for the first 3 months. So for the first round, we'll go ahead and give it to the Chase Freedom Flex. The next big part of both of these credit cards are the multipliers that they offer. Starting with the Chase Freedom Flex Card, you would get 5% back on any travel purchases that you make through the Chase travel portal. You would also get 5% back on rotating quarterly categories. You would get 3% back on dining as well as drugstore purchases. So we're looking at the Rite Aids and the CVS pharmacies of the world. And then you would get 1% back for all other transactions. With the Citi Custom Cash Card, you would get 5% back on the highest spending category every billing cycle, so every month. And then you would get 1% back on all other categories. So looking at these multipliers, we would see that the Freedom Flex Card does offer a 5% category, as well as different categories that you could get 3% back, specifically the dining option. With that said, the Chase Freedom Flex would take this round. Round 3 would cover the 5% multiplier that both of these credit cards have to offer. Starting with the Chase Freedom Flex. While yes, you do get 5% back, they are rotating quarterly categories, meaning that Chase will select what specific categories you would get 5% back on up to $1,500 worth of spend every single quarter. Whereas with the Citi Custom Cash Card, you would be the one to select the category every single month. So there would be a lot more flexibility, as well as you would be able to select what category you would want to get 5% back on up to $500 worth of spend every single month. So taking a look at both of these credit cards with their 5% back categories, we would definitely have to give this round to the Citi Custom Cash Card just because of the flexibility as well as the ability to select different categories at any given month. Both of these credit cards would offer you a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months. So that's right, whether that's for new purchases or balance transfers, both of these credit cards would give you 15 months of no interest at all. So that would be great if you have a large transaction or you want to transfer a balance over to make sure that you don't pay that specific interest for that specific card. However, one thing to keep in mind is that both of these credit cards does have a balance transfer fee. So with that said, since they both offer the same time period, both cards would get a point for this round. Both of these credit cards have a great 5% multiplier on normal everyday transactions. The only thing that could make that better is that both of these credit cards have a no annual fee. So that's right, you don't have to look for the multipliers, the rewards, or the perks to make up for a pesky annual fee. Both of these credit cards would have a $0 annual fee. So with that said, both of these credit cards would get a point for this round. Then we would get to additional perks that both of these credit cards have to offer. Starting with the Chase Freedom Flex Card, it offers cell phone protection, meaning that if you pay your cell phone bill every single month with this credit card, you would get a credit should you have any issues with your phone, whether it's lost or stolen. As of this recording, I do not believe that the Citi Custom Cash Card has this benefit, or any other benefit that would compete on this specific regard. So with that said, the Chase Freedom Flex would take this round. Now, both credit cards have older siblings that you can transfer the points over, and you would be able to transfer the points out to either Chase's transfer partners or Citibank's transfer partners. When it comes to transferring out your points and the value of your points, honestly, it could all vary and depend on whether you're looking at hotels or flights, or where you're looking to fly, or how you're looking to utilize your points. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and give a point to each of these two credit cards when it comes to the value of their points. So with that said, let's tally up the votes. If we look at the Citi Custom Cash Card, they won 4 points. If we take a look at the Chase Freedom Flex Card, they won 6 points. So looking at this, for this specific video, the Chase Freedom Flex Card would win out. Now, does that mean that the Chase Freedom Flex Card would be the best card and the card that you should get? Honestly, it depends. It depends on your spending, it depends on the categories that you spend most on, as well as what you're looking to get back on. When it comes to the Chase Freedom Flex Card, I would say that this is much more for those individuals that are looking for flexibility, as well as getting the maximum points back on every single one of their transactions. When it comes to the Citi Custom Cash Card, it is much more of a simplicity game. If you know that you're going to be using this card mostly for groceries or for gas, then this would be the best go-to, because you would always get 5% as long as that is your highest spend category every month. However, I believe that the best course of action would actually be getting both cards. That's right, you would be able to get the Citi Custom Cash Card as your specific gas card, for example, which is one of those categories that Chase tends to lack on, and then you will use the Freedom Flex for all other categories, as well as their rotating quarterly categories. If you're thinking about applying for the Chase Freedom Flex Card, then please consider utilizing the referral link at the bottom of this video. With that said, if you found any information useful in this video, please hit that subscribe button as well as that like button. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Adios.